Is it possible that it's been a quarter of a century since you...
A life is not important, except in the impact it has on other lives. These profound words were spoken by none other than Jackie Robinson, a man whose legacy transcends the game of baseball. In this video, we delve into the monumental journey of Jackie Robinson, exploring his impact on baseball, his role in diversifying the league, and how his legacy continues to inspire generations of players.
After finishing his remarkable Hall of Fame baseball career,
the dust swirled around the baseball diamond as a young Jackie Robinson stole home plate with an audacity that left the crowd in awe. But this was just a glimpse of what was to come from the boy born in 1919 in Cairo, Georgia. Robinson's early life was a testament to resilience. After his father abandoned the family, his mother, Mallie Robinson, moved the family to Pasadena, California, in search for a better life. Despite the harsh realities of racial segregation, young Jackie thrived in the diverse and dynamic environment of Pasadena. At John Muir High School, Robinson's athletic prowess began to shine. He excelled in multiple sports: football, basketball, track, and of course, baseball. His talent and determination earned him a scholarship to UCLA, where he became the first athlete to letter in 4 varsity sports: baseball, basketball, football, and track. His college years solidified his reputation as a versatile and extraordinary athlete. Flash forward to a hot afternoon in 1945. Branch Rickey, the shrewd and determined general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, sat in his office, contemplating a decision that would change the course of baseball history. Robinson's journey to Major League Baseball was unconventional and fraught with challenges. After a brief stint in the U.S. Army, where he faced court-martial for refusing to move to the back of a segregated bus, Robinson joined the Kansas City Monarchs of the Negro Leagues. His exceptional performance caught the eye of Rickey, who was looking for the right player to integrate Major League Baseball. Rickey was not only interested in Robinson's talent on the field, but also his character off it. He needed someone who could withstand the inevitable torrent of abuse and hostility without retaliating. Their now famous meeting is a defining moment in sports history. Rickey tested Robinson's resolve by hurling racial slurs and insults at him, to which Robinson replied with calm determination, "Mr. Rickey, do you want a player who's afraid to fight back?" Rickey's response was clear. "No, I want a player with guts enough not to fight back." On April 15, 1947, Jackie Robinson stepped onto Ebbets Field in Brooklyn, donning the number 42, and made history as the first African American to play in Major League Baseball in the modern era. The pressure was immense, the spotlight glaring, and the hostility from fans and fellow players alike was palpable. Yet Robinson's talent shone through the adversity. In his rookie season, he led the National League in stolen bases and was named Rookie of the Year. Robinson's impact extended beyond the field. He became a symbol of hope and progress, challenging the deeply ingrained racial barriers of the time. His courage and determination not only paved the way for future generations of African American athletes, but also marked the beginning of a new era in American sports and society. Robinson's journey was far from over. His entry into Major League Baseball was just the beginning of a career that would not only redefine the game, but also play a pivotal role in the broader fight for civil rights in America. Join us as we explore the profound impact Jackie Robinson had on baseball and beyond.
Baseball fans remember with particular pleasure his ability to drive pitchers wild.
Imagine a sunny afternoon in 1947, Ebbets Field buzzing with anticipation. The crowd's excitement turned to stunned silence as Jackie Robinson, the Brooklyn Dodgers' new first baseman, stepped onto the field. The atmosphere was electric, but tension simmered just below the surface. Robinson's entry into Major League Baseball was met with a storm of hostility. Racial slurs were hurled at him from the stands and even from opposing team dugouts. Some of his own teammates initially refused to play alongside him. On the road, Robinson was often denied service at hotels and restaurants. He received death threats, and pitchers targeted him with fastballs aimed at his head. Despite the unrelenting pressure, Robinson's resolve never wavered. His performance on the field spoke volumes. Robinson's speed and agility made him a formidable opponent, while his unyielding spirit inspired his teammates. In one game against the Pittsburgh Pirates, Robinson stole home in a dazzling display of athleticism and audacity, leaving the crowd and the opposing team in awe. These moments were more than just baseball highlights. They were powerful statements against racial segregation. But it wasn't just Robinson's courage that left a mark on baseball. His stats tell a story of excellence that transcended racial barriers. During his 10-year career with the Brooklyn Dodgers, Robinson compiled a .311 batting average, hitting 137 home runs and driving in 734 runs. He was a six-time All-Star, a testament to his consistent performance and popularity among fans. His rookie season in 1947 was nothing short of spectacular. He led the National League in stolen bases with 29 and was named Rookie of the Year, an accolade that underscored his immediate impact on the game. In 1949, Robinson's prowess peaked as he earned the Most Valuable Player award. That year, he led the league with a .342 batting average and 37 stolen bases, demonstrating not only his hitting ability, but also his strategic acumen on the base paths. Robinson's aggressive style of play, characterized by his daring steals and base running, revolutionized the way the game was played and influenced future generations of players. Yet Robinson's legacy extends far beyond his impressive statistics and accolades. He became a symbol of change, a beacon of hope for millions of African Americans during a time of widespread racial segregation. Robinson's impact was felt in the stands as well. Black fans who had previously felt unwelcome at Major League games began to attend in larger numbers, drawn by the promise and pride embodied in Robinson's presence on the field. His success also paved the way for other African American players, opening the door for stars like Larry Doby, Willie Mays, and Hank Aaron, who would follow in his footsteps and make their own indelible marks on the sport. Off the field, Robinson used his platform to advocate for civil rights. He spoke out against racial injustice, worked with the NAACP, and testified before Congress on the importance of integrating schools and the military. His efforts extended beyond baseball, influencing broader societal changes and inspiring the burgeoning civil rights movement. Jackie Robinson's story is not just about breaking barriers. It's about building bridges and creating a legacy that transcends the sport of baseball. As we move forward, we will delve into how Robinson's courage and achievements influenced the next generation of players and the ongoing fight for equality in sports and society. Stay with us to uncover the enduring legacy of Jackie Robinson.
Mr. Rickey, do you want a ball player who's afraid to fight back?
I want a ball player with guts enough not to fight back.
Jackie Robinson's entry into Major League Baseball in 1947 was a watershed moment, not only for African American athletes, but for the entire sporting world. His courage and skill opened the door for countless African American players to follow in his footsteps, forever changing the landscape of the game. In the years following Robinson's debut, the number of African American players in MLB began to steadily increase. By the 1950s, more teams were actively scouting and signing black players, recognizing the talent and potential that had long been overlooked. This era saw the emergence of stars like Willie Mays, who dazzled fans with his incredible athleticism and became one of the greatest players in baseball history. The 1960s and 70s marked a period of significant growth for African American players in MLB. The percentage of black players on MLB rosters reached its peak, hovering around 19% during this time. The era produced some of the game's most iconic figures, including Hank Aaron, who broke Babe Ruth's home run record, and Frank Robinson, the first African American manager in MLB history. While much attention has been paid to the impact of Robinson and other African American players, it's important to recognize the contributions of Afro-Latino players as well. Players from countries like the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and Cuba faced similar challenges and barriers to entry as their African American counterparts. However, they too found opportunities in MLB, adding to the league's rich tapestry of diversity. Players like Roberto Clemente, a Puerto Rican outfielder known for his strong arm and humanitarian efforts, exemplified the talent and character of Afro-Latino players. Clemente's tragic death in a plane crash while delivering aid to earthquake victims in Nicaragua highlighted not only his skill on the field, but also his selfless nature off it, cementing his legacy as a true hero of the game.
White's playing a game on a diamond anymore.
While the mid-20th century saw a significant increase in the number of African American players in Major League Baseball, the latter part of the century and into the 21st century has seen a marked decline in their representation on MLB rosters. In the late 20th century, the percentage of African American players in MLB began to decline steadily. By the 2000s, their representation had dropped to less than 10%, a stark contrast to the peak levels seen in the 1970s. This decline has been a source of concern for many within the baseball community, as it represents a departure from the progress made in the earlier decades. There are several factors that have been cited as contributing to this decline. One major factor is the rise of other sports, particularly basketball and football, which have become more popular among African American youth. The allure of these sports, along with the potential for greater financial rewards, has led many young athletes to choose them over baseball. Socioeconomic factors also play a role in the decline of African American players in baseball. Historically, baseball has been seen as a middle-class sport, requiring access to expensive equipment and facilities. This has put it out of reach for many African American families who may not have the financial means to support their children's participation in the sport. Another factor is the increasing specialization of positions in baseball. Positions like pitchers and catchers, where African Americans have been traditionally underrepresented, require specific skills and training from a young age. As the competition for these positions has increased, African American players may have been discouraged from pursuing baseball due to the perceived difficulty of breaking into these roles. Despite these challenges, efforts are being made to reverse the decline of African American players in baseball. Initiatives like the RBI, Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities program, aim to increase participation among underserved youth, providing them with the opportunity to learn and play the game. By addressing the barriers that have hindered African American participation in baseball, these programs hope to ensure that the legacy of players like Jackie Robinson continues for generations to come.
You've heard us talk about Luis Robert, Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis Jr., etc., etc.
As the number of African American players in Major League Baseball declined, a new wave of talent emerged from Latin America and Asia, reshaping the demographics of the sport. The late 1980s marked the beginning of a significant increase in the number of Latino players in MLB. This surge continued into the 1990s and 2000s, with Latino representation in the league stabilizing in the mid to high 20% range in recent years. This influx of Latino talent has had a profound impact on the game, with players like Pedro Martinez, David Ortiz, and Albert Pujols becoming household names and future Hall of Famers. The rise of Latino players can be attributed to several factors. The success of early pioneers like Roberto Clemente and Juan Marichal paved the way for future generations, inspiring young players across Latin America to pursue baseball. Additionally, MLB's increased scouting efforts in countries like the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, and Cuba have helped identify and develop top talent from the region. In addition to the surge in Latino players, the 21st century has also seen a notable increase in the number of Asian players making their mark in MLB. While Asian players were initially concentrated in pitching roles, there has been a diversification in recent years, with players from countries like Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan excelling across various positions. One of the most prominent Asian players in MLB history is Ichiro Suzuki, a Japanese outfielder known for his hitting prowess and defensive skills. Ichiro's success helped pave the way for other Asian players to enter the league, breaking down barriers and showcasing the talent that exists in Asia. The rise of Latino and Asian players in Major League Baseball has added a new dimension to the game, showcasing the global appeal and talent pool of baseball. As these players continue to make their mark on the sport, they honor the legacy of players like Jackie Robinson, who paved the way for diversity and inclusion in America's pastime. Jackie Robinson's impact on Major League Baseball transcends his time on the field. His legacy continues to influence modern players, shaping their careers and inspiring them to carry on his legacy of breaking barriers and promoting equality. Contemporary stars like Mookie Betts and Aaron Judge often speak about the profound impact Jackie Robinson has had on their lives and careers. They recognize the sacrifices he made and the challenges he overcame, serving as a constant reminder of the resilience and determination needed to succeed in the face of adversity. Robinson's legacy is not just about baseball, it's about courage, perseverance, and the fight for equality. His story resonates with athletes from all backgrounds, inspiring them to use their platform for positive change, both on and off the field. To honor Jackie Robinson's enduring impact, Major League Baseball celebrates Jackie Robinson Day annually on April 15th. On this day, every player across the league wears Robinson's iconic number 42, a symbol of unity and a reminder of the progress that has been made in the fight against racial inequality. Jackie Robinson Day is more than just a tribute. It's a celebration of Robinson's legacy and a call to action to continue his work. It's a day to reflect on how far we've come and how much further we have to go in the pursuit of equality and justice for all. Jackie Robinson's legacy serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration for future generations, reminding us all of the power of one individual to change the world. As we celebrate his achievements, let us also remember his message of unity, respect, and equality, and strive to carry it forward in everything we do.